नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं डॉक्टर नील एक बार फिर आपका स्वागत करता हूं आपके अपने चैनल सॉल्यूशंस फॉर एक्सीलेंस में। लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ ए क्वेश्चन।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम स्वाति मोहिले है और मैं चेन्नई से बात कर रही हूँ। मेरा प्रश्न आजकल की युवा पीढ़ी के लिए है। जैसे कि हम सब 1960s 70s में बॉर्न हुए लोग हैं, एंड आई फाइंड इट वेरी स्ट्रेंज एंड पेनफुल when children as young as 12 to 13 years old are very rude and disrespectful to parents. Most of them take parents for granted and have no realization कि इन्होंने हमारे लिए कितनी दिक्कतें मोल ली है. What can we do to instill respect, compassion and empathy in our children? Namaste.
Thank you so much, Swati ji. You asked a beautiful question. And whenever somebody speaks about children, trust me, my energy level goes up beyond anybody can imagine. Because whenever people talk about children, my thought process goes into a different direction. If we are going to blame children in one way, we are going to tell that we were too good in our time. I beg to differ. So let's accept a few things, the current realities and what we can do to help these children. The current reality and the reality time immemorial had been change is constant. Change has to happen. Change is beautiful. Some positive changes, let us acknowledge. We have thrown out of the window Sati Pratha, child education format, especially when it comes to girls. The way stereotyped roles of girls were defined, they have been thrown out. They are doing phenomenally well because these negative thought processes went through a change. So change is wonderful. Unfortunately, I will say, some of the changes which happened and are happening, they are so rapid in the field of negative changes. Now, why these changes are happening? There is a strong reason. Children are predominantly a reflection of what we are giving them. Let's understand it a little differently. Today, switch on the TV and see what is there. What is shown to our children? Absolutely venomous debates. None of the TV talks about nation, Desh Bhakti. Our children become so much stressed listening to various people, and they are being encouraged to speak against country just on the pretext of maybe various freedom of speech. So what our children are getting? Venom. Look at mobile. What type of contents are available there? Explicit contents are available. Pornography is freely available. What our kids are learning? What we are giving, they are learning. And remember, human brain is designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. So these all philosophies work with that. And now think about what we are showing to our children. Today now, in the present situation, people are coming out of their homes to throw stones at doctors. Teachers are disrespected openly. You talk about anybody who is in service is disrespected a lot. I will tell you a classic case. A case was referred to me where a student, after writing exam, that is 10th standard exam, it was an internal exam. The student, after writing the exam, takes the answer sheet, goes to the teacher and throws it like this and says, "Take it. And if you have any doubt, if you have any queries, talk to me in person." So this case was referred to me for changing the mindset of child. When I spoke to the child, it came very, very clearly, very, very clearly. that the creation was by parents. Few days before, in the same school, parents openly disrespected teacher in presence of this child. So the child got a feeling that I am superior to the teacher because father used one word which the child confessed to me, that we are the people who are taking care of your fees. What's happening today? Look around. Anybody behaves anyway. There are negative remarks, explicit remarks passed by young students against teachers. From where they are picking it up? It's the society. It is the parenting which makes all the difference. Think about life as a whole. We are trying to talk about various people who were on this country, did great work. But we are also showing a lot of negative things to the people. So everywhere there is a negative environment, 24 hours. The child is seeing anger around, everywhere anger, and adults are in anger. When adults are in anger, what children will seek? They are getting only one message from all of us, that if you don't agree, shout, you have the freedom to speak. I am getting cases where children are slapping parents, are physical with parents, showing anger physically. Who is responsible for all these things? I am the last person to say younger generation is bad. I love them 1,000 times more. The younger generation is 1,000 times better than our generation. We can't take credit of what we did well during our time. It was great parenting, and more than parenting, it was a great, beautiful, positive environment. Teachers were empowered to take care of us. Today, teachers, I'm living with them. They are living in fear psychosis. They have a fear. Where is that thin line? If we cross, we will be questioned. So let's do what is best possible within the framework. So many children can't be handled. I can tell you as a psychologist, can't be handled in the framework. They have to be approached differently. So one thing is very clear. Parenting and beyond parenting, it is the society, the environment in which the child is living. 24 hours child is living in corrosive environment. And more, the conflict between father and mother, that is parental conflict, is seen by the child, experienced by the child. So child is seeing corrosive environment, is feeling venomous speech. Anything you switch on, everybody is in anger. Anybody can come out and throw stones. Anybody can kill anybody. So many explicit rape cases are being discussed, and so many channels are making money just by showing abuses. So what are we showing to our children? That we have to ask. Trust me, what we give out, we get back. So this is the reality of life. If we have to change, we have to work 360 degrees and work from the root of everything. So should we sit tight and say, Jo hota hai hone do, let's accept whatever is happening? No. We have to take concrete steps. We have to see at least 20 years later what will happen. Today colleges are burning. People are feeling a right to shout, a right to do anything. So what is going to happen to young children? They are picking up these things very, very young. So let's take action. What are the actions which we can take? At least to start with, we have to start new way of developing children from pre-KG onwards. In fact, if possible, from Garbh Sanskar onwards, because here life changes. The way parents behave when the child is inside impacts child psychology. This is proven. So many adult cases which are coming to me, I am seeing their childhood was traumatic. So we have to start from here. The entire school curriculum has to change. Lot of patriotism has to come in. Children must understand, I am not here to hurt anybody. When they grow up, they will not throw stones. They have to be taught it is our country. Every money counts. Every taxpayer's money counts. So we cannot and we will not destroy any public property. It belongs to us. We will keep this country clean. And lot of new way of developing them has to start. Relationship between father and mother has to improve. So they have to be trained. Lot of sessions for us as society we have to go through, which we call it as new way of looking at life. As a society, we have to learn to respect teachers, the most important. If children have to change, they should change the way they look at teachers. The olden way of looking at teachers, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, was true. It had sense. We have lost it. And we are rapidly further losing it, and children are capable of telling. You ask teachers, I am living with them. They are telling, students are able to say, your fees is also paid by our parents. So to that extent, the entire system has to change. Where entire society goes through new way of looking, new way of speaking, new way of feeling. Where the society says teachers must be respected and they should demonstrate respect. Then today we are talking about doctors are doing a great work. When doctors were not doing a great work, tell me. Many times my mother would have died. Many times my father would have died. Long before. Every time there was a doctor who saved her, saved him. Many times I would have died long before. Thanks to doctors. So why today, when COVID is there, we are talking about doctors are doing great work. They are warriors. They have been warriors. Even a person who is cleaning Nala is a warrior. If he stops cleaning it, much bigger viruses can come. Can we thank him? So entire society has to rework. Let's first consciously take a decision. We will not blame children. They are just reflecting what we are giving them. So let's become kind to them. Understand them. It's our mistake. Let's apologize to self. Let's forgive ourselves. But let's start a new work. You take lessons from courts. How courts work. Any court you go, people remain shut. They enter bowing their head down. They use very powerful, respectful language to the judge. Your Highness, my Lord. Why this is done in court? Because if you give freedom of speech in court, it can't function 2 minutes. People can put their views, but there is well clearly defined way of putting it. Why can't the same system happen in schools? Same system happen in colleges. Same method happens in the entire country. People can put their views, but there has to be strict control on how you express. Today people are shouting openly against the country and still they are breathing on this country. So what are we going to teach our children? The entire new perspective have to come. Teachers have to be respected first. Parents have to make a great relationship between them. They start respecting each other. The entire community has to respect doctors, the nursing staff, the support staff, and police. Night we are able to sleep peacefully because police is there. And today they are running for their life. Can you imagine what a state? Police must become military. They should be 100% given arms to take action, to save their life and save others' life. Today with a lathi, in modern generation you are talking about with a lathi, with a stick to control headless people who can't think about anything other than personal agenda. So we have to change. We have to change everything. And if we don't change, we will cease to exist, I can tell you. Many countries have stopped to exist. They are in a new form existing. We will also not exist the way we are today. So there has to be clear understanding how to develop children. If we continue to do this work, after maybe 15 years, 20 years, maybe two batches will come out. I can assure you, this country will be a great country. But no more it is today. Let's accept it. Certain bitter pills have to be swallowed. Certain bitter realities have to be understood. Let's become powerful. Let's talk a language where country is first, then only anything else has a space. And when children learn that, everybody is talking great about country, automatically things will fall in place. Cancerous cells have to be eliminated. Otherwise, the entire body will go. That's the principle of every way of living. You can't love cancer and then still say, I'm healthy. You have to eliminate it. You have to win over it. Crush it maybe. So children, for me, are also victims of our actions. When I say our actions, I am seeing great parents also. Wonderful parents who are doing their job very well. But what is the reality? The society is not allowing that parenting to be effective. So if alone couple of parents or thousands of parents are good, it won't make a difference. It may make a difference in few lives. If as a country we have to chase the younger generation, we have to bless them with a great environment which only talks about love, empathy and togetherness, caring for each other, and country first, country first, country first. So let's bless our children. That's my way of looking at the question. And whenever it comes to children, I look at it like that. I take 100% responsibility and I'm proud of it. Thank you so much, Swatiji, for asking this a highly relevant and burning question. We all have to join hands. I am already walking as much as possible extra miles. I'm conducting as many workshops as possible, and I'm coming out with many powerful online modules for all ages of people, students, parents, marital. So many things I'm coming. We can all work together and do our best and pray that our country remains safe. Country remains peaceful, where everyone enjoys life. So thank you so much again, Swatiji. And thanks to one and all for being a part of this sharing and caring. It's your own channel, Solutions for Excellence. Do subscribe. Share it with as many number of people as you want. And click the bell icon so that I keep sending you the regular updates. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.